I am Sugar Mass. I am Shafeyah Guishard, your former National Carnival Queen 2022-2023. And I'm here with Miss Liberty Woodley.
Hi, and I'm proudly sponsored by Miss Federal Cooperative Credit Union.
Okay, so let's get into something a little simple, easy. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling marvelous, energetic, fun.
So how is your journey to the crown going so far?
So far it's going great. Practices are going fabulous. It's hard when it comes to late practices and having to go country and come back town. But I devoted to it, so I'm going to make it work.
I know a little bit about that.
Right.
Okay, so tell us about what really inspired you to even enter a pageant of this magnitude.
Honestly, it was about personal growth. I'm sometimes shy, so I saw opportunity to open up professionally, socially, all this alleys, and basically open up myself to different opportunities. Well, did you have a platform going into the show?
Okay, so yes, I did. And my platform was mental health amongst men. I think for me, it was something that really resonated with who I am as a person. I mean, we all have mental health struggles, and for me, we don't necessarily focus on men's mental health. So I think that it was the right time and opportunity to just at least shine a light on that.
That's nice. Yeah, and different.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about what your platform is.
My platform is Dance for Inclusion, using dance to bridge the gaps in the different diverse communities in St. Kitts and Nevis. I'm a big dancer, for those of you who may not know. And I've sought an opportunity to not only advocate for dance, but an aspect of dance that wasn't really shown. We have in St. Kitts many cultures, and we focus mainly on ours, or just the Caribbean. So including the Indians, the Americans, and everybody. It just brings everyone into one space to feel included.
Okay, that's interesting. I've never heard anyone focus on dance before as a platform. So I'm really excited to see what you do with that and how you bridge the gap between all those different particulars.
So how was life after the crown?
After the crown, I think nothing really changed. I think going to the whole experience changed my outlook on a lot of things, especially me as a person. It traumatized me in ways that I really didn't expect it, and it pushed me beyond certain limits. And in the end, I just had to try to rebuild myself, and especially when it came to public perception and people's opinions, it really took a toll on my mental health. And I think that it was something that I literally had to just figure out, how to adapt after. Like live a normal life after, you say,
Okay, so what's something you would, well, for myself, because for me, when it comes to negative thoughts, I normally tend to turn it into jokes just to shield my mental health, right? So what's something that you think advice for me and I could do?
Well, when it came to me and how I handled the public's opinion, I think the first thing that I had to do was go to therapy. I think, especially when I went into the regional shows, I literally, as soon as I hopped off the plane, I went straight to therapy, went straight on medication. It was really that bad for me. So I think I would always say go to therapy, make sure that you have a really great support system and that you surround yourself with a lot of love and just support people who are always rooting for you, and try to block out the noise as much as possible, at least. Yeah,
it's nice. And then when it comes to, we in pageants, you advocate for sisterhood and pageant sisters and all those things. So how are you with those pageant sisters?
Well, regionally, I'm still really close to some of the girls. Miss USBI, that's my girl forever. We literally talk almost every day. Yeah.
Right. Understandable.
As you take part in this journey, how are you handling your mental?
Currently, I am doing fine. I would say yes, there are challenges. I haven't seen any negative thoughts, comments on social media. Hopefully there aren't any. But I have heard many people commenting on body-wise, I'm too small, and I've been hearing that since I was small, so it doesn't really affect, right? It doesn't really affect me. But at the same time, you can always be to the back of your mind because everyone else in this show with me, they're not necessarily as small as me. They have a little body. So sometimes watching them and watching myself is like, can I really do what I need to do? The muscle toning, it would be there, yes, but am I going to look like a stick with some bumps on me? You know what I mean? So that kind of gets to me. But at the same time, I'm going to do what I need to do and hopefully the outcome is.
Exactly. Like, I think that when you go through this whole experience, it's always about performance. And that's just like you're a dancer, so you know about performing. And as soon as you step outside, it's always a performance. You always got to make sure you keep a smile on your face and make sure, I don't really want to say fake it till you make it, but like, make sure you have that persona to like, you don't let people's perception like change your mood and change your, I guess, personality publicly.
That's the thing too. When it comes to personality, I've heard many people say that you probably need to tone it down, all kind of things, but I cannot and will not tone down my personality because that's what keeps me going and keeps me sane. So, I'm going to continue it.
I think you have an amazing personality. I think for the most part, you are. Thank you. Like, I mean, the pageant persona is all cool and great for certain things, but at the end of the day, you have to be you authentically, and I see you doing that all the time, so I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Girl, let's think about the night of the show. What's one thing you'll do to hype up yourself to make sure that the nerves are put away and you're just ready to go out on his stage?
Most likely listen to Hot Body by Earl. You know, right? That song. And sometimes I would do little random dances just to calm down myself and keep myself in one mind.
Okay. Interesting.
What did you do?
Okay, so my experience was a bit different because at the night of the show, after every single segment, I was literally in the emergency room. So before I even went on stage, I literally had a whole panic attack because I was so nervous and anxious at the same time. Like, it was nerve-wracking for me. I didn't really do anything special because I was like sort of in my head at the time. But yeah, I think for the most part, the team kept me calm. My friends kept me calm. So yeah, I relied on that support most of the performance.
That's so cute. And then what moments or decisions defined your reign?
I think everyone knows by now my whole video that I did that really went into depth about my experience and Marine. I think that was something that not only shed a light on most of our experiences as title holders, but I think for the most part, I kind of ruffled the deck a bit, ruffled some feathers a bit, and I think it put me into a certain category as like, I guess, difficult.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't see it that way. For me, it was just expressing your experience, what's that. But at the end of the day, everybody's a different person. Yeah. So they view things different.
Yeah, I think for the most part, it was just mostly disappointing. You want something to matter so much, and you want something to really impact your life as much as it should, and it just didn't. And for me, it honestly, I don't want to be dramatic and be like, it broke my heart, but like, it literally hurts. Like, it was gut-wrenching to know that I went through this whole experience and for it to not matter as much as it should have. It was disappointing, yeah. But I hope that me speaking out and me shedding light on my experience, it opened doors for like more in-depth conversation for people to like really sit down behind the scenes and want to do better and want to improve, so like girls like you and the generation after you could actually go through this experience and realize like and feel like it mattered and like they did something that really could like change their life or like impact their life in some way.
In terms of the regional pageant, how Well, obviously, once you win the crown in St. Kitts, you have to look for pageantry in regional areas, international, whichever one it is. How nervous or how hard was it preparing for those?
It was intense. I think, locally you're surrounded by people that actually know how the St. Kitts show is actually run. So you more comfortable like learning how we do things, and then when you go to regional shows, it's a completely different ballgame. Like for JCs, for example, the girls have a different walk, the questions are different. So it was adapting to their style of things was difficult for me because I'm not a pageant girl. Even though I've always dreamed about becoming a pageant girl, it was something that just happened spontaneously for me. So learning how to adapt to their way of things, it was difficult. It was pretty hard. And again, like, it comes down to having support and basically you should have a whole country behind you trying to make sure that you are properly equipped to actually go through these regional shows and actually be able to put your best foot forward and actually attain the crown.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think the support is something that really matters. What's the vibe like with all your pageant sisters? How are you feeling about the girls?
It's good thus far.
Mm-hmm.
There were 6. My girl is Idanya. Hi, Pookie. Hi. She was more or less my rock. Now that she's gone, the other girls are still very supportive. I very, very much love being around them. We all lean on each other for support in times of need.
Mm-hmm.
We share information that needs to be shared. Unlike the event tonight, I swear everybody forget about that. But it was sent, and I'm happy with the girls that I'm with right now.
I honestly hope that sisterhood remains a sisterhood even after your journey, and I wish you the best, honestly.
Thank you. Oh, you mentioned that you're not a pageant girly. Me myself, I'm not a pageant girly either, but so how hard is it or was it for you to make this switch when needed?
I think the hardest part about it was turning on that performer side and that pageant person that most people tend to portray. I think for me, I'm as real as it gets. So in knowing how to just be a certain way was kind of difficult for me. And then going through training, learning how to walk, that was something that I never imagined I'll be doing, like to learn the pageant walk. So I think that was something that was also difficult too, because I really didn't know how to walk in heels. So it was a struggle. It was a struggle at first, but then I got into the groove of things with an amazing coach. So yeah, I think having, like I said, the support, having a good team behind you was like the most important thing and the biggest, I guess, blessing to my training and being able to attain the crown. Okay, so if you do win this year's pageant, what are some plans that you will implement for your reign?
Firstly, I would obviously represent my country magnificently in the regionals and hopefully international shows. And then definitely push my platform. Try to do workshops where the different cultures, people from different cultures could come and teach us about it and really engrave in us how their culture impacts them and how it could impact us, and teach us their dance so we could go out and perform it.
Okay. And that's really interesting. And I look forward to seeing you do your thing and actually accomplish those dreams and goals that you have.
What's a funny moment from your journey?
I think the funniest moment that I experienced was definitely learning my costume routine. I was dressed as a clown. So, we have that clown dance that we have to do. So learning how to do that was like really awkward. And safe to say, it didn't happen how it was supposed to. And on the night of the show, I just went out there and just freestyle the whole 18 from start to finish. Had no idea what exactly I was doing. I just knew that I just had to perform. I just had to go out there and just push and do my best. And that's just what happened. No routine in mind, no routine in hand, just on the spot improv, literally. So it was fun.
Right. You ate that down, boy.
Thank you. Any particular segment you're looking forward to the most?
But I've been working on my body. Okay, so I'm looking forward to this swimsuit and also talents.
Okay, great. Could you give us any hints? Some of what you'll be doing?
No, ma'am.
I expected as much.
But it will be great.
Okay.
So just look out for me.
Of course I will.
Me too.
I'm rooting for you anything. So thank you. Okay, so if you do obtain the crown, how would you like this experience to impact your future?
Well, I know that entering a show, pageant, it gives you a lot of opportunities. So I'm hoping that it does allow me to obtain these opportunities so I can push myself forward professionally, socially, and really venture out to get to know different people and grow myself into the woman that I'm becoming.
I really hope that you really do get to experience those. I think for the most part, it should be something that actually propels you forward and actually helps you to grow and become someone better and someone impactful on the community and your country as a whole. So I hope that happens for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Guishard, for taking this time out of your busy day to come and have this sit-down discussion with me. It was very impactful. Your insights, everything that you shared, your experience, it's taught me much, and I will take these things on into my journey. And I would love to thank Carnival for sponsoring this episode. I would love to invite the general public, all of you, to come on out on December 23rd to witness me and 4 other beautiful ladies really put on a show for you guys and vie for the crown for 2025-2026. Signing out, I am your Miss First Federal Cooperative Credit Union, and I am Sugar Mad. TTT!